Okay, hello. We're going to be taking a look at a game that is, one second, I just got a pop-up, thank you very much. We are going to be taking a look at a demo for a game called Swarmdustry. It is, if you can't guess by the name, a Factorio thing. It is Factorio, but on the side of the bugs, effectively. I don't know how this is going to be. This is the demo for it, and it is not in a release state yet. The release is slated for Q3 2026. And yeah, I'm going to try to be as objective as I can with this and not too harsh, because, you know, try to let it stand at its own merits. I am recovering from a sickness, so I'm probably going to sound a little weird. It's part of the reason why I haven't actually streamed for like the past 3 days, I think it's been. I don't know. I've kind of been sleeping for most of it. My neighbor is also deciding to, like, rebuild his entire house today, so there's also probably going to be a little bit of that sound bleeding through. You know, clanging, banging, and power tools. I can't stop that. But yes, trying to, you know, like, make a Factorio game, you know, fan game, type of game, whatever, it's a very high bar, in my opinion. You know, it's like trying to make yourself a Dwarf Fortress clone. You know, there's many attempts, and out of those attempts, the ones that are good are RimWorld, and I'm still very biased towards Nemorio and very upset that that game got canned. So yeah. The dev is definitely, you know, like, priming himself for a lot of, you know, comparison and, well, expectation, really. Also, wow, that is a very long amount of loading time. Jesus. Again, trying to be as objective as I can, but that is kind of unapologetically just the Factorio screen. You know, main menu. After years of brutal conflict with a relentless engineer, the swarm was driven to the brink of extinction. In other words, only one planet, on a single planet, did the swarm endure, buried deep beneath the surface where its roots first took hold. From the depths, the hive has birthed a new hope, a highly intelligent symbiote capable of thinking not only as part of the swarm, but also with the ingenuity of an engineer. Brought to the surface, this being has a singular purpose: build a living factory, harvest the planet's obsidian, and awaken the swarm's full power. The time has come to rise again and reclaim what was taken. That could be given a couple more seconds, because, Jesus. Oh, we look weird. Oh god, you know what it kind of looks like? It looks like Halls of Torment. The underground survivors faction has sent you some supplies. That is certainly a way of describing it. The coal deposit, iron deposit, so what, do we not... So we just slap a resource extractor on a single stone as opposed to just a field of it? I guess that's fine. I do not like that sound effect, though. Jesus, it's like a mobile sound effect. Ba-ding! Ba-ding! Definitely won't drive you crazy here. So no, you don't actually... I don't know what this is, then. Is this something that requires a larger extractor? I'm not really sure. Oh, Jesus. So do we have outputs, or... Hey? Your cursor, but nothing was on the cursor. Maybe having a depot would get him started. Hey? Add the depot to the quick bar using left click. I don't want to. I don't need it on the left click. Or the menu here. The miner is burrowed. What? The miner is burrowed. It should soon resurface at the depot's input location. Huh? Creep producer. Mine 6 spores from the nearby spore deposit. That's the sound effect we're using? Oh god, it sounds like something out of like 2010's Flash games. You know, like, oh, okay, pop as many bubbles as you can type of thing. And that's the bubble pop sound. You can interact with the depot by walking close to it and pressing left click. Okay. Craft a living forge. Spores. Living forge. Yeah, so when's the Space Age DLC coming out? What the hell is this? Is that the creep, then? Because this is talking about creep producing. So is it like these little spores? Oh! Oh, it is! Okay. These are like our little minions, I guess. So rather than actually just putting down a miner, we actually just have a, you know, basically like logistic robots right off the cuff, I guess. Living forge requires ingredients. Here you go. Weird wormy looking thing. Add coal. Yeah, how do I get coal? Oh, now you want me to... Okay. The mining animation is kind of... I don't know, pathetic? It's like he's poking it with a jackhammer. Except the jackhammer is completely unpowered, so... Iron bar. I feel like that could have been... I don't know, something more insecty or fleshy. You know... I don't know how to describe that one, just like something more fitting, the whole like organic insect thing going on here. Same with this, like this is very mechanical looking. It's actually just like metal and then little bits of flesh. Biomechanical stuff, I don't know. Deconstructing... why? But why? The ground is shaking. Okay. The underground survivors faction has sent you to every building they could spare. Still, the factory won't function without workers. Time to raise the swarm. Craft and place down 2 miners. Oh. You know, I'm not too keen on the Factorio one with how that's set up, but this is not really all that great either. I mean, it's basically the same, it's just... I'm sorry, what was that music? Okay, I'm sorry, I thought the music was Gregorian Doom there from a Lone Wolf. It wasn't. The miner recipe can be found in the units to... Yeah, okay. It's not really where you would expect it to be, though. Oh. Where the hell am I supposed to get a heart? We also don't have a search bar, so that's immediately something we need. Movers, fireflies, small worker bay? Wait, how... Oh god, it has a very small range. Like a weird beacon mover. And away he's gone. There he is. Yeah. Hope you don't mind a bunch of, like, little moving worms and whatnot. Alright, Firefly distributes energy. Grabber. So how am I gonna do this then? I need larva, iron bars, and hearts. Well, it would have been nice if it just let me, you know, like, in the map I was in, slowly build up rather than just kind of being like, hey, here you go, here's a bunch of shit. Have fun figuring it out now. Alright, miners. Still need larva. Molders. Skelly. What? Craft and place down 2 miners. Yeah, that's a good joke. That is a good joke. That is a needle spire. We need to build additional pylons. Huh? Okay. So we can just produce larvae out of nothing? Weird. Okay. I thought that would have been... Okay. What about hearts? We need spore pods and iron. Okay. Well. Whatever, we have the miners now. There we go. Hatching larvae manually takes so long. Maybe the hatchery would help speed things up. Tab to close. Yeah, okay. Place down 4 fireflies. As they just sit there. Alrighty. Fireflies, yeah, okay. Each time movers burrow, they will resurface at the closest trail buffer and follow the trail until the end, picking up items along the way. Spawn 24 miners. Oh dear. You can use the molder above the hatchery to speed up crafting workers. You build a grabber between the hatchery and the molder. You can also automate the transfer of larvae from the hatchery into the molder. Where am I supposed to get the spore pods? I see. Okay, so I should have the iron, no? Oh, you know what? It doesn't automatically craft the... Oh. Spore pods. That's just spores. So, what, pray tell, actually produces spores? I see. There we go. I don't know how to pick this up. It's not F. Beastling? Okay, that seems to be one of our first attack units. parts and iron. So power's not getting delivered here. Why? Lumber and spore pods. So one of the things I have a mild concern about is if all these units are just wandering around, you know, it's like, how quickly are you going to have the late game Factorio issue where you have thousands of drones flying around and the game just, you know, comes to a crawl from frame rate death because there's just so many units moving around. By default, workers will choose the closest eligible workstation. When they are burrowed, you can use this behavior to control which, sure. Gotta be like the least fitting sound that this game has right now. Alright, build a couple of these. You know what? Clicking on the needle spire doesn't actually open any sort of like energy production menu. No energy. Now how much do I need? I also don't know what the purpose of the creep necessarily is. I don't know if that's just something that slows down, you know, the humans, speeds up our units, gives us extra health or defense or like health regen. I got no idea. Hopefully this thing's able to make a couple of miners because I need coal. It's consumed a lot of energy already. Like, I put 40 in there and it's only got, like, well, a small handful left. Stored energy is 500 at max. It really doesn't seem like you're able to rather easily keep the creep going. You know, compare that to Factorio's frickin' pollution. Alright, so you do get a... Okay. So, I don't think we have a weapon. Small brute. A brute spawner. Ah, yes. Normal human things. I don't think these are getting any amount of spores automatically. I think this thing is just... Yeah, he's just looping here. I thought they were going from one track to the other. Nah, he okay. Nope, definitely not. Kind of a problem, actually. What's the hold up? So we need another 4 of these. And then we just need to make another 9 miners, and then I don't know. I mean, at the rate we're going here, if them expanding is on, we're screwed. Because, yeah, good. There's no way in hell I'm going to be able to produce enough quick enough to really be able to fight against them. Well, at least I had enough of the horse to start off with, more or less. Would have been nice if they gave me a few more of these movers, though. Let's see, movers are... they're cheap enough, I suppose. I can make a few. It does feel a little bit more of like a weird RTS like StarCraft though, because you do have a bunch of units running around. Alright. It is a little annoying though, having to... You can't just put them on the belt, you have to place them near the belt. Yeah, and in a case like this where there's 2 right next to each other, it's going to be a little annoying. Also begs the question, how is a bus going to work? Alright, so we have one on both of these, I believe. No, we for some reason have one that decided to exist on the other belt. Great. That's cool. There. I think maybe it's the closer you get to the actual start arrow on the track. Trail buffer. Looks like, maybe. Also, for some reason, the miners basically stop at 5. Kind of annoyingly small. I also don't really care much for the fact that they're all outputting into a single chest. I think this is also for coal? Yeah. Alright. Alright, it is now raining. Huzzah. Spawn the following workers. Movers. I don't think the molder is actually any faster. Unlike depots, trail buffers don't retain references to workers. Movers pick the closest trail buffer from their last burrow location. Similarly, why am I having trouble with this one? Fireflies are not bound to a single energy producer and will seek out the nearest valid one. Default worker distribution behavior can be overridden via worker bays. Worker bays give you fine-grained control over where your workers should work. Yeah, where was that under? I remember seeing it. Genetics chamber. I'm gonna assume that is actually the... Wait, what? A feasting bomb. Was that just a landmine? No, seriously, where's this thing? I remember seeing it at some point. Production? Living forge. Oil chamber. What? Oh, I have it in my inventory. Okay, worker base can be configured to acquire up to 3 types of workers. Okay. Just the base settings for at least 2 movers. Once bound to a bay, a worker will only ever work at workstations near that bay. Tap to close. Yeah, but wouldn't it only be under its range? It actually emits a little range. Begin sequencing the hatchery 1 genetic code. You can open up the genetic tree by clicking on the top right button. Most hatcheries are required to scale up the swarm. To build more, you will need to sequence their genetic code. Okay. R does not open it. You do actually need to click it. The birthing pools awaken. Nutrient-rich fluid stirs with life as the hive begins spawning larvae, which are seeds for every future limb and fang. In order for sequencing to progress, you will need to build a genetics chamber. Genetics chambers will... yeah, okay. Yes. Oh, good. It does actually craft their prerequisites. That's nice. Place down another hatchery. Once the genetic code has finished sequencing, you will find the hatchery recipe in the production tab. So where is our iron? Are we even producing any? Kind of. Yeah, we are, kind of. Apparently the movers will actually hold 8 or 6. Oh. You can actually see the little segments in the back. Yeah, six pieces. By default, so they have 2 more than a transfer belt. Wait a minute. This thing is producing it, not consuming it. Why space melee attack? Even though there was a melee attack in this. A pet? Map with transit is NP. Hover mode. Left shift. Mine trees instantly? I'm sorry? What's the button to pick up stuff? It is F. What? No, it's not. It's not working. So... no. Oh, it's like a deletion thing, I see. Why was there why was there spore pods in there? I'm very confused on how this is working. Ten seconds per 10 seconds per DNA block. 10 purple DNA blocks, but we've made that. This is a very weird research system. It's time-based, and yet I don't know, man. What the hell is this wanting me to do? It's like it's combining two different methods, effectively. I don't know. They definitely could have given me another boil chamber to start off with, though. I can say that much. Rods, so 90 iron to produce another one. Jesus. I love that there is a pickup button, and yet I am not allowed to pick up items off of the movers or the various grabbers. Can I? Okay, well, I can do that, at least. I can quick take from the furnaces. Does kind of look like you're going to need to make things in batches of 6 at least. To, you know, keep the most, well, limit the downtime, really. How many do we even have here? 3, 6, 7, even. Ugh. So it's got one right there, but it won't output to it. Oh, this is kind of annoying. Can't really do much because the frickin' grabbers don't have... Why would you start the game off without them having electricity? No wonder why they stopped working. Oh, right, and I can't... Alright, hold on, let me just do that. Yep. It's not the fact that I don't have enough electricity being produced, it's the fact that these things weren't actually put into the grid. Okay. Are we gonna get electricity delivered here? Oh boy, what a good electricity delivery system this compared to Factorio, hey? Copper cables are overrated. Have logistic robots deliver the electricity. Okay. Well. At least the miners don't need electricity. Or food. This is a very, very slow tutorial. I really would have preferred it just kept me in the previous area and I could have just slowly built up to this. Please go deliver electricity. Oh, good. One of them did. Wait, so is it consuming them? It is. What? Why? Why is it producing them and then you can take them? Why? That's weird. Yeah, it's like the laboratories in Factorio don't produce their own science. Synthetic skin and spore pods. Okay, what is synthetic skin? It's it's oops, all spore pods. Where's the movers? Whoops. Why is wait? This is just actually a dead end, like they will just not stop. Like they'll just sit at the end there, because it just didn't terminate properly. Because I'm assuming they'll they'll burrow themselves once they, once they run out of items, but the fact that that hand was offset. Seriously, why are there so many little issues with this tutorial like that? Oh, what's with their legs? Like they only got 2 of them. There we go. It's a little bit better. Are they... You're fucking kidding me. You're fucking kidding me. They're automatically going from here to there. They're not going back to their own star. It's going to the middle one. Ooh, that's And it's not like I can make another one of these worker things either. So yeah, that's actually a frickin' problem there. Don't know why I need another one of these, but there's another one of them. Holy shit! What? You want me to make 160 movers. I don't even think we have enough belt space for that. Seriously, this right here is really pissing me off. Why is it so inefficient? Yeah, it's not like I can configure them to not do that. Because I need another worker station, but I can't do that either. Pressing low, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's just Factorio again. Apparently I've been muted for a while here. I'm not really one for modding Factorio, but it does kind of make me wonder just how would this work as a Factorio mod? Will this be better as a mod even? Is there a mod in this direction anyway? I don't know. But also, what I was trying to say, one of the things I was trying to say while I was muted, because I forgot to unmute because again, neighbors are clanging banging over there. It does make me wonder. No. What I was trying to say is actually the placement of these is weird, right? Factorio starts off left to right, or right, like here, right? That is left. now it's right. I'm fairly certain Factorio's the other way around. So it's just... it's weird. Because muscle memory is always... you know, like playing Factorio so much, you're used to right being the first one. But you actually have to hit it twice now. Oh god. Oh, please. There we go. Okay. So, we're gonna have to get rid of that, I think. Okay. So this should hopefully... no? There we go. Yes. Yes. The swarm. It must grow. I really don't think we need more miners. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I feel like there needs to be something to prevent, well, this right there. It's just some sort of check, like, is the next cell or two, you know, empty? Because if it's just going to cause them to do that, there's no point in them even going there, is there? Past egg form, the hive learns to burrow and branch, allowing movers to slip beneath or reach. Okay, so that's just for tunnels, underground belts, whatever. Oh, cool. Yeah, now we need hearts. Great. Man, why is the beginning base in such a way that it's very, very difficult to actually move anything around here? I think I might be able to get a... oh, for pity's sake. There we go. Alright. Oh, this is wonderfully inefficient. I don't know if an extra boiler would actually help or not. Enough ingredients. Well, what do I need? So I definitely have enough for that, don't I? So why is the coal icon different? Because that's coal ore and that just says coal. Producers 20 per second, iron gears. Like, we have enough for the iron and whatnot. Surely. Enough ingredients. Is coal a different thing entirely? From the ore or basic brain? Minor carry amount. Acid pod. Okay, so that's a turret, and then firefly carry amount. That would probably be a decent one to go into. I will say I kind of prefer this over Factorio's, where it's kind of guesswork onto what you might need next or how to get somewhere in the tree. Why is there a third one here now? I guess I could just handcraft this to help speed it up. We're going at a pretty slow pace here, really. I guess I could maybe just produce another one of these molders? Scully! No, I can't. You're kidding me. Oh, but Jesus, okay. Small worker bay. Logistics, mechanization. Christ. Alright. Cancel sequencing. Does that fully, like... Oh. Yeah. Yeah, you don't keep any of that. Cool. Great. Okay, you can't even research a thing if you have the prerequisites in the queue. It's also a little weird because it's like, again, the whole like fleshy swarm thing. But the boiler, for how early on you get it, is just basically purely mechanical. Like I can see like maybe a tech tree slowly upgrading into just You know, like here, the iron forge looks like it's mostly metallic. Right? Like the further you go, the less fleshy things get. So yeah, I guess coal is technically something else, despite nothing really describing that. Why? Why? How do you... How do you make it? Okay. Yeah, trying to place these tracks is kind of awful. And that is definitely going to need a improvement here. Alright, so let's put some of these here. Looks like we'll need to extend that a little bit. Where are all the movers? Okay, I guess I technically did that, didn't I? Hmm. Hopefully that self-rectifies. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay, so you can potentially move these around now. Oh. Right. You'd kind of expect with how this game is and it being, you know, like swarm stuff, that you would kind of basically start off with logistic robots to move items around. It doesn't really seem like that is the case though. So yeah. Yeah, it really is just you needing to build these things over then. I haven't got the foggiest idea why I need to... Oh god, alright, well that kind of helps speed this up, doesn't it? Wait, what does a heart need? Right, I forgot I was outputting. So that still doesn't help though, because I still need a freaking 100 of these things. Right. Well, closer. Still no money though. I feel like the amount of effort needed to scale up to production like Factorio is a little bit a little bit more intense, I guess you could say, on this one. Like it feels like I'm playing Factorio but with the hard mode on, where everything is costing significantly more. Because it's just, yeah, I don't know. Even if I had multiple of these things, which I can't, right? Like, I still don't have the recipe for the molder, right? Yeah, no. I could make another lab, I guess, but... have them there. Are they... Wait, why are they delivering to that one? Oh, they actually have a capacity. You can only have 2 miners per. So then... Do I have, like, capped out miners, then? I wonder if they'll walk over the... transport belts. Yeah, they will. Okay. So, I mean, you having a depot... Well, you know what? Can I just steal one of these guys here? I'll put this guy here. How close do you need him to the... Does seem like you need to build the depot fairly close then. Alright, you can... Oh no, just there. Go exist somewhere. I don't even know why I'm having electricity issues now. Oh, good. Still a little too late on that. I'm going to try to, even if the tutorial doesn't want me to do so, I'm going to try to produce a few units here, just so I can see what they do. I want to see how tough the humans are to fight in this. Why are we having electricity issues? We have fuel, we have... well, we did. And now it wants me to have speed modules. Okay. It's not quite where I was expecting it to go. So that seems to be a manufactory. Wait, you need... You know, ultimately it would be really good to actually get the iron and the spores over here, but... yeah. What the easiest way of doing that be? It's kind of just me belting around everything again. And again, we're having electricity issues. I don't know what the supply and demand needs are. It's great. What am I missing? Hmm. Can I, like, get faster inserters? Yes. Oh, for the cheap, cheap price of 100 of both red and purple science. Excellent. Very, very good. Oh, and we need movers for that. Even better. Wait, what? I can't do anything with them. Cool. So, melee units are driven faster. So how do you do this though? I'm not allowed to place them. Me trying to place them is just the selection. Yeah, that's so expensive. God damn it, man. Do we have molders? Did I research that? Yeah, I did. Alright. Alright. Guess we'll just make a few of these. Get rid of this one. Have to put this somewhere. I don't know why we needed to replicate the wooden poles from Factorio actually needing lumber. Okay, so I'm gonna have it be like that so it just has some, you know, room for expansion. I do intend on adding some there. Alright, put that there. Extend this out. Okay, so shortest distance would actually be bringing it down here somewhere. We'll have it so that there's two outputs. So, you know, a single drone might get mover, might get two of them. Right, we can't just do that. That'd be too... So that works, huh? I see. It's just visually, it looks kind of terrible. We'll do long grabbers, and then that should get us pretty well set here. Just gonna turn this into the, like, general factory area and whatnot. Yay, more power issues. Great. Excellent. Love that. I love seeing that, despite the fact that we should have a complete surplus of energy right now. I have no idea how to check what our consumption is versus our production, because clicking on the tower does not get you any kind of UI. I don't know what we're producing. Yeah, it seems like most of our 3 out of 4 of the energy producing, you know, buildings are completely good. So I'm gonna assume the issue is the delivery. Because again, for some reason we just don't want actually... Man, seriously, like, Why? Why do we need units to move energy around? That's so inefficient. Again, late game, I just imagine there being a hell of a lot of lag just because hundreds of thousands of these things moving around constantly. Alright, what's wrong with our hearts? Right, because, yeah, okay. We're just gonna... That was a lot of them. Alright, well... Alright, let's see. So, do we have the long grabbers? No, because I removed those before we actually got the... When did I make that? Now, it can go there for now, I suppose. Okay. So this is taking me quite a while to actually get all this set up, isn't it? Not really saying much because every time I unmute, they decide to start really just, you know, doubling down on the hammering. What do you mean? Oh, for fuck's sake, man. Really? I mean, obviously I want them to just abandon the one line to go to the other one, right? I fucking hate that. Holy shit. Oh my god. Yeah, just put a small work camp everywhere. Do I even have the research for that? Or do I still need to get that? I don't know. Where is it? Where's the small work bag? Oh, good. There it is. Good. I can't do it because we don't have it. Right, and I can't just, you know, hold F over the belt to pick up the iron that they have because, you know, I don't know. Well, at least those were full. Okay, so we're going to need a grabber and a mover, so we're going to have to produce some movers over here, which is going to be hearts and other things. Alright. So these guys are actually going to need to get moved up by one, because we're going to have to feed a second belt through here. Maybe even a third one, because the other side is going to need some other stuff, so... Let's see, molders... Okay. So these guys have larvae on them. We're going to need movers, and then... What? I want to produce at least one firefly. So, hearts here. We're going to need to make another... manufactory. We can't. We can't. Good. Good. Waste of research. Excellent. Alright. Gonna need more belts. Can't do it. Don't have the ingredients. Okay. We are doing wonderful here. Well, we shouldn't have that as a problem anytime soon again. Oh, good. So that does actually work. Shift 2 does actually do the thing it should. Ah. Yeah, how's that gonna work? Ah, man. Well, that should hopefully do it now. Maybe. Not that we have the energy up here for it. I could maybe, no, if I bring a boiler up here, then I'm just gonna have to build everything. It's still gonna take a lot of time. Jesus, man. Yeah, it really does seem like the chambers are completely fine on energy. I guess we could just screw that. Alright. We'll just do the carry capacity for them, see if that helps any. Where's the... Wait, what? Oh, I only picked up the one. Okay. Yeah, it's like, I'm still trying to learn Space Age, because I actually haven't played the DLC too much for Factorio. Like, me and my buddy have gone from Novice to Vulcanist, and now we're finally at Fulgora, and it's been a freaking many hour trip just trying to relearn the game effectively through Space Age, because so many of the different recipes, or so many of the things that were originally the way they were, or now changed because of Space Age, you know, or the new recipes. It's been a thing. But, yeah, this is just kind of more of that. Like, I just feel like I'm basically relearning Factorio again, but now it's like Bizarro version. I do find it kind of funny how many of the movers you need to produce compared to the, you know, fireflies, despite the movers really not needing to be made in that large of a quantity for that part of the tutorial. Alright, so... why are we not producing here? We have electricity, we have iron, we have spores. We need more iron. Which... oh. I hate how you have to assign the worker base for this. It just adds what really feels like an absolutely unnecessary step. Just because their AI is just going for the nearest one rather than just the belt they were on. If it's just the belt they're on and they act as a transport belt, they'll be fine. But fuck, dude. I shouldn't need 10 for that, really. I'll just do 5 there. How about, hey, no, you come here. No, you come here. This game's graphical style does kind of remind me of a few various other games, though. I already mentioned, you know, like Halls of Torment because of like our dude's weird walking animation and whatnot. There's a few others that it kind of makes me think of. What the fuck? Dude? What? Oh, because oh my god. Okay, that one was on me. But yeah, like another one for some reason is a little bit of Dust Razor. That's the name of it? Just a few other games I've played off of itch.io kind of makes me think of. So why is there no electricity there? Oh, cool. We're having issues here again. Alright, worker bays it is. Alright. Well, there's the other one, I guess. Hopefully that doesn't conflict with the other. Shouldn't need too many there. Movers. There. Done. Alright. Now the question is if this is going to restrict a greater amount of them there. I don't care if there's more on the belt, I just need a minimum. Just put 12 there to match the amount of depots. Alright, so iron is actually going again. That is good. Alright, so we have larvae. We have hearts. Oh, we never put an output. I'm very smart. That one should actually probably be like a long. Alright. You would think as the, like, alien natives of the planet, we wouldn't be hellbent on just chopping down a bunch of trees, but, boy, you would be wrong. Still really kind of wish the creep would kind of focus itself, because I would kind of like to see, like, the world Zergified, at least in this, rough area. Maybe just put down these two. Where's the genetics lab? Okay, we'll just make a couple more of these. As a processor. Okay. So, what are we going to need for this? We need inserters and movers. So these guys can go straight from there to here. Okay. There is that once they are powered. Okay, so that will be the start of our red belt, or our red research. So after that, we're going to need what? Not enough ingredients, great. Oh, right. I keep forgetting that. Yep. Yep. Still thinking Factorio. Still thinking Factorio. Oh, surely I don't need to do this. You know, like, the belt is there. It'll just automatically do it. Haha, no. No. Where's the, worker bay? Did I make it? No. No, because I'm still hand producing them. Okay. God, where is it? There it is. Alright. We'll just put down 5 movers. I don't know where they're gonna come from. Oh, they came from somewhere. Okay, small worker base. We're just gonna make a couple more of these things because we need to make sure that these things are always flowing. I have zero faith in these things anymore. Just to automatically do it. Alright. So we have our larvae out the wazoo. I don't know why these ones out of any building can stack up so high, where everything else is just kinda little baby amounts of like 5 max. They can hold 50. It's very nice. It's just too bad nothing else is really in that direction. Alright, so they have movers on them. Apparently I didn't start that one. Then we'll need... I mean, do we really need more fireflies? I guess I can wait for now. But we will need more processors, or whatever the hell they're called here. Yeah, primitive processors. Definitely not just a, you know, manufacturer or whatever the hell they're called in Factorio. I honestly don't know. I call them manufacturers. I don't think that's their name. Okay. So we're just gonna put this as a heart. That is a brain, not a heart. So one of the quality of life things in Factorio, if I remember correctly, if you hit the thing twice, it deselects it. You don't have to hit Q to do it. Oh god, you can actually, like, highlight them as they're going to the ground. Ooh, it's weird. Can you, like, actually pull them up underneath? Can you just pick up a mover that is moving underground? Yeah, well, there's that. That should get that going. No, it doesn't, because I forgot to have an output on it. Okay. So the movers should now be good to go. And they look very good to go, in fact. I forgot to put a long boy on this one. Man, I'm very good at this, aren't I? And the fact that it's taken me 2 hours to do the tutorial. Eesh. Okay. So, inserters are going to be iron bars, iron gears, and then spore pods. And we don't have a splitter. Tunnel stretch farther, splitters gain precision. What do you mean splitters gain precision? We can't make precision. That requires 250. What do you mean it requires 250? I want a splitter. We have a split. When did we get one? Alright. Well, we have one. Is that gonna work? Yeah. Yeah, it does. It actually works basically flawlessly. Excellent. Alright, cool. So iron, and then more iron. So we're gonna need processor. We're just gonna have to put down processors down here, really. Alright, so where are we gonna have to actually put this? Because we're gonna have to put an output belt here, actually. Output belt here, goes up, And we're gonna have to put long inserters on that. That is in fact gonna have to go there. We're probably gonna have to actually do something like this number. Alright, genetics chamber. We're gonna have to make another couple of these because these are going to take a freaking day and a year for this to actually get done. Production, genetics chamber. There's 2. Genetics chamber. Space. There's that. Okay. Inserters. 1, 2, 3. Remove that one. Wrong direction. Okay. So, oh man, this is a weird predicament. Like, I'm trying to think of how you're going to be handling multi-belt stuff like this, because Factorio, it's easy. You take 2 inputs, you know, like 2 inputs, bada bing, bada bing, bada boom, you know, like it's now on each side. This is going to be tricky. I don't even have any iron getting delivered here. Excellent. Okay. So, just gonna do that. That is going to be those. We need to... Oh god, what the fuck? Okay, that looks weird. Like it looks like it's a little lopsided. Okay. So that should be good, hopefully. I'm gonna need more poles. Hey! Yeah! Wait, do I? No. No, I don't. Oh, what? Oh, you'd still need wood even for the iron chest. Great. Okay. So again, the whole, like, fleshy swarm thing, why can't we just make a chest out of, like, organic material? Why do we need, you know, wood? Why do we need iron? Let's just make, like, a really bad storage chest just made out of, like, flesh. Just had your motivation to play Save the World for now erase. What are you talking about? What is that? Is Save the World a game, or is that like a game mode or some such? It's Fortnite. Oh. Well, there you go. That is why I don't know what you're talking about. I have played Fortnite, I think, once. I think I played it a single time for 40 minutes. I actually had interest in it back when it was supposed to just be a, yeah, like a zombie thing. And then rather than, like, focusing on the zombie, you know, thing. They just instead turned it into, you know, PUBG, effectively. Yeah, it looks like you can't use the skin of the character you have selected anymore. You used to override the hero skin by having the default selected. That's the mode you were talking about. They just reinvested in it. Why? Because the PUBG one is failing? Or really... Okay. So, I've been reading a lot of stuff coming from Epic Games lately on how they're, like, firing a lot of people and whatnot because, like, you know, oh, Fortnite's doing terribly and blah, 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 right? And it's just like, okay, how bad is it for Fortnite? You know, like, how many players have they lost? They are still... God, what the hell was it? I think it's like 20 million or something average players per day? And they consider that bad? They have more players than World of Warcraft does. They have more people playing Fortnite on a daily basis than World of Warcraft ever did at its highest point in Wrath of the Lich King. Okay? Like, there is actively more people playing Fortnite than there was ever at any given time World of Warcraft. Even at its height. And I find that kind of insane. Like, World of Warcraft Wrath of the Lich King, I think, had like 7 or 8 million people playing it daily, basically. That's an insanely large amount of people. And they consider what they have right now to not be good enough, and that they are actually, like, failing and losing money. Epic Games as a company is ran by not very smart people. Like, if you have 20 million people that are very frequently giving you money because, you know, skins and whatnot, or the battle passes, and you still are somehow, like, you know, losing money, or considering that, you know, like, bad? Oh, man. It's like, they bought into the infinite growth thing too much. Wait, what? They also decided that they're abandoning rocket racing and festival to work back on Save the World. Also a mode you've never heard of. One of the people they fired is Jonesy's artist. I don't know who Jonesy is. Also, I have no idea what these other things are. Rocket racing and festival? What are these just game modes for Fortnite? Is it just like Jackbox, Party Box or something now? Is it just like mini games out the wazoo? Is it not just PUBG anymore? Game modes, yes. Oh god, really? I thought Fortnite was still basically just like the PUBG thing. You know, winner winner chicken dinner. Every freaking dingus you shoot at immediately builds a goddamn fortress. Festival is basically Guitar Hero. Hey, you know how game companies will, like, try to go out of their way nowadays to, like, copyright game ideas? Or, you know, like, hey, Warner Brothers with a Nemesis system? I'm surprised that the guys that did Guitar Hero never tried to copyright it. Rocket Racing, they bought Rocket League to make. What do you mean? Epic Games owns Rocket League now? Countless player game modes. What do you mean player game modes? Did they turn Fortnite into Roblox, basically? Lego Fortnite. Lego Fortnite is a survival exploration building crafting one. Players make game modes too, yeah. Man, you're like really making me feel old and out of the loop because I have never cared about Fortnite once they dropped the zombie thing and never really looked back. Dear God. How many different game modes is there then? Oh, did I never actually select these? Whoops. Oh, one of them was actually producing, at least. Huh. Okay, so we're having iron delivery issues. Okay, so if players are able to make game modes then in Fortnite, is there a whole... There's gotta be like a MOBA one, right? Like a League of Legends type of thing, or Dota? Because I think even like Roblox eventually saw a player made one of those. Oh my god. You don't pay too much attention to them. They get curated by popularity to show people. Okay. How many popular game modes then? I'm just asking you because I assume you know way better than I do. I don't know how many of those you actually go out and play. Can open it up to see. Yeah, it's up to you, dude. I guess in a certain way you could also kind of say that like Fortnite has kind of gone the direction of like Gary's mod. We really need more iron here. We need more iron, but like the movers are not getting enough. There's more of that one belt there, and they're just not really cycling down too much. Alright. Obviously, the best way of doing this is to just brute force it. Da 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 da. Alright. How many can I squeeze in here? I think 2? Right. I hate that. Oh god, I hate that. Like, if it was spores or the finished product, I wouldn't care, but the fact that it's the raw material to make the furnace is kinda sucks. Speaking of, where is the furnace? Did I just make some? Oh. There we go. This is a very long time coming for this. Dear God. Alright. Well, we've kind of gotten there. Eventually. Slowly. Painfully. Still have electricity issues. Don't know why. Yeah, my energy producers are still doing just fine. Okay. Increases walking speed +1. Okay, how do I use it? Like, you don't get a gear thing. You don't have weapons or armor, so... I'm just gonna keep walking, seeing if it's just an inventory thing. No. Doesn't seem to be. Huh? Wait, what? Was that there before? Oh, that's actually not that noticeable. The Purifiers faction is going to attack soon. Some feasting bombs. Okay. Yeah. Have that specific version of coal, despite it never telling you how to actually make that specific version of coal. Okay. At least I picked some up before it got used. Featured by Epic. Sponsored. Hand-picked by Epic. New. Recently updated. Trending. Top 10. Most engaging. First-person roguelike. Purple Love. People Love. Popular. What? New updates. Fashion, Horror, Tycoon, Death Run, Zone Wars, Team Deathmatch, Box Fights, 1v1, Prop Hunt, PvE, Bed Wars, Gun Game, Roleplay, Party Games, Zombies, and Game Collections are the filters. Hey, you know how I said it's Scariest Mod? It's literally Scariest Mod. Scary Mod. Gary's Mod? Gary's Mod, yeah. Attack has come, it's coming from the south. To throw bombs. Yeah, okay. Defend against the machines. Oh, we're not fighting humans, but they're machines. Yeah. Caselings are the most basic layer of the swarm's combat capabilities and as such are very weak, but are also dangerous in big numbers. Life expectancy is about a minute. Oh god, it's doing that? Oh. That's a very ineffectual... the attacks will only keep intensifying. The iron reserves are running low. Time to expand. We are under attack. Transit pads are unlocked via the transit. Okay. Is where? Acid pod. What? What do you mean a transit pad? Where the hell are you seeing a transit pad? Error. No? I legitimately have no idea what this is talking about. Okay, that one's a little bit scarier. I guess I'll just make as many of these as I can and then just... Okay. It really is like a weird Bizarro Diablo type of thing. It's just without you being able to attack or anything. So I guess kind of like you playing a Necromancer, really. So this is a small turret, that is a medium turret. Okay. Well. It's very, very simple. No, attack the turret first! Oh my god, why? well, that's annoying. You basically can't really prioritize anything. Even if you throw them right on top of the turret, they'll just go after the units first, not the turrets. So that's very, very annoying. People are theorizing they're losing so much money because they're trying to mimic Gary's mod like this. That's okay. Yeah, I mean, that's actually a pretty decent theory. So, I mean, part of the thing with that is just like Fortnite doesn't really have an identity. Right? Like, it could have had something going for it when it had the zombie mode, but... Well, I mean, I guess that's probably part of the reason why they're trying to reinvest in it, even, because all Fortnite was just PUBG, but kiddified, you know, with stupid dances and skins. Gary's mod was like that on a foundational level. What do you mean? From its inception of being its own thing, or, you know, like being able to be, you know, modified to such an extent? What exactly are you meaning there? Because Gary's mod in of itself does not necessarily have an identity. Gary's mod was a sandbox from its inception. But Gary's mod also was kind of like the start of various things like TTT or prop hunt or what have you, and really is still kind of like the de facto place you go to for those game modes. There's been a lot of games that have attempted to be just prop hunt or what have you, and you can find dozens of them on Steam, and they are all dead and bad. And the ones that weren't bad are still dead. Right? Like there is a lot of attempts at capturing some of the essence that was in Gary's mod for those various modes, like prop hunt or TTT, and just nothing has really done it. And part of the reason I think for that is because of the stuff that was possible in that engine that was, you know, source. You think Gary's mod had it from the start? Dude, I haven't played Gary's mod since like 2014. I legitimately do not remember. I really don't. I stopped doing Gmod because a lot of the people around that time that I was running across, yeah, again, in prop hunt or TTT or what have you, were just kind of toxic. Like, the fun kind of started dwindling because the amount of toxic people I was running across on the various servers really just hit a critical point of just... It happened more often than it didn't, so... I don't remember a lot about Gmod. But still, the point is whether or not it was there from the start or not, or it was something that just became a thing later on, it's still not really quite the point. The point is Gmod was the first one to do it, and still is kind of like a very high bar to pass. We're under attack again. Oh, goody. I still don't know how to build a transit pad. I don't know where that is. Entities destroyed. A depot. Oh, good. Oh, that's cool. Because it doesn't really show me anywhere on the frickin' map where these guys are. Where's my shit? There we go. Oh, good. I can poke them. Alright. Well, now that that's not happening anymore, how does one do a transit pad? Yeah, I actually don't have a transit pad. I don't know what those are under. It's a tunnel. It's an acid pod. That's pretty cheap to build, actually. Well, research. Okay. So the Iron Forge is actually technically less fuel efficient, it seems. The Living Forge is 2.5 units. Well, 2.5 energy per second. The Iron Forge is double that, but the production speed is only 50% greater. Double the consumption, only 50% the production. Acid projectile. What do you mean? Is that the ammunition? Can I block these? Nope. No, you can't even, like, tell it to not fill the whole thing. Alright. Even as this game. It is Factorio, but you play as the aliens, not the humans. It's... It is kind of in a very early state. Like, it really is missing a lot that made Factorio good or had quality of life. You know, like, there's a lot of features kind of missing in this. Yeah, like, I've been playing this for now 2 hours and 15, oh, well, 12 minutes. And I'm still in the tutorial because of how long it's taken to produce anything, right? And it's like, okay, right now the tutorial's to build the pad, okay. Well, it doesn't tell you where the hell you needed to research to get the pad. Well, I found it. It's here. It's in the transit system right here. Alright, so I need 80 research of both. 250 of both of these for that one. And then 100 here. So 350 right there, another 50, 400, and then 30. 430 research to do the next step of the tutorial. And, you know, like, okay, in the meantime, I'm apparently now getting attacked on a relatively frequent basis. I'm gonna have to start producing projectiles and turrets, and my iron is supposedly running low. How much iron do I have in this depot? Well, the map doesn't tell me. Right? Like, can't see how much it has in it right here at all. So, yeah, there's a lot of work that this game needs. I'll just put this here for now. There, you can have 4 whole projectiles. Yippee. We're under attack again, for fuck's sake. Really? Alright. Here, this is how good this thing is. Exciting. The turret is actually garbage. Holy shit, man. Attack rate is 1.2 per second with 10 damage. How much health do they have? Like 10? Or 100, I mean? 10 times that amount? Wait, can you actually just pick up the feastlings off the ground? Can you actually just recycle them? Oh, hey. Well, here's another fun one. How do I even repair these things? I don't have a repair pack. Okay, so we don't have inserters being made. Because we don't have iron bars coming up here. Because we don't have any electricity to any of these things, but... So, this, I think, is honestly like one of the biggest issues this game has right now. So rather than just having an energy pull that immediately delivers from your energy production to your devices, you need to basically use logistic robots to do that, right? Meaning that everywhere has a frickin' energy issue because, well, the fireflies, your little energy delivery robots, need to bring it from one place to another, right? I have the energy. 3 out of, well, no, actually 4 out of 4 of these things are completely good on energy. It's just the fireflies need to get better at delivering. If you could make like a battery rather than these poles to, you know, store energy in the local area, that would be a little bit better, but yeah, it's just as it is right now. I'm just fighting the game basically for energy delivery. And I think we are currently stalled out again because of the energy issue. Okay. I'm dumb. I'm complaining about energy. You know what it is? You know what I'm doing wrong? I thought... I've played Factorio too much! You know what the issue is? I'm thinking they're arc furnaces. No, they're fucking... They still need coal. That's the problem. I mean, either way, I still don't have a freaking coal delivery belt there, so that's not really helping any. Did I just take a hit from my own turret? They look like really weird puffball mushrooms. So yeah, that's like 10 out of 10 fucking brainpower moment right there, hey? Yeah, so part of the problem there is, by this point in Factorio, I would have had these things being split between coal on one side and then the ore on the other. And I don't really know how to do that in relation to this game, because, yeah, you have these little units moving around, and it's very difficult to split them. I don't think you can easily determine... Yeah, no, you can't just determine whether or not they're going to be, you know, like having half of their capacity to one thing or the other. So, yeah, it's not ideal. I could maybe... yeah, you know what? We'll try to belt this around. I think I can do this. I hate the belt placement in this one, though. It is not good. Did Twitch just have a heart attack? Wait, that works? I didn't think this game had that. What the fuck? It kinda works. Has a little issue here and there. Alright. So yeah, you can actually kind of like... I don't know how to describe it. Factorio does this thing where you hit R and it allows you to like drag it in the direction you want it to be. I've been under the assumption that this game does not allow you to do as such. It does, actually. Oh, good. Hopefully that doesn't cause any issues. Oh my god. Okay, well, that's, yeah, that's good, huh? How am I gonna do this where they can actually fuel themselves? The hell? Oh, for Christ's sake. Oh, goody. Well, that's bad. So, yeah, that didn't automatically put down ghosts for tunnels. Will it? I don't think it will. No, no, oh, that is awful. Why? Oh, no! Oh, what a absolute goddamn mess. Oh, good. And we have these assholes down here again. Excellent. Okay, well, that's some of it fixed. What's this cool selection going on here? No energy. Why? Oh. That's why. Excellent. I can't win, can I? Try to fix one thing and here's 5 more things that happen. Now we just need to wait for these wonderful, wonderful fireflies to actually get over to the iron production so that the arms can actually start doing their thing again. Well, that should hopefully help a little bit, but now we have a lack of movers here. Yay. I have an absolute excess of these things, but yeah, they're not really getting distributed equally. I'm kind of curious if this game is going to have the same thing that Factorio does for early game, where you just end up placing a lot of turrets to solely encroach upon the enemy territory. I don't know how... I don't know if the acid projectile is a 1-to-1 or if it's actually more than that. It seems like they might be getting a little bit more than one shot out of each ammo. I don't know. Okay. So why are we not producing here? Because of these guys? Or is it just because they don't have energy again? I think it's just energy. We are almost having the first, oh my Jesus. Yeah, it's taken this long for 100, let alone 250. Man. Ah, for Christ's sake, man. It just... It really does feel like... At the beginning, everything is just using way too much. It's just... Everything is requiring way too much in the way of materials to produce. It's a very slow start. Okay. Right. You know what? I think I might be able to... Maybe. Yep. Good. You like that noise? Isn't that a good noise? I love the belt placement in this. It is phenomenal. There we go. Okay. Oh, actually, just thinking of it, how is this game handling the attacks from the purifiers anyhow? So we don't have pollution in this, and the corruption, or, well, the creep is basically non-existent still. You guys can die now, please, thank you. Whoops, that is not what I want to make, actually. So that's a problem, because if I put this here, they're just gonna transfer onto that, so yeah, that's not ideal. Now you do actually need to build 2 of those, great. Well, I answered my own question from earlier. Yeah, you can actually pick up a mover while it's underground. Can you do that to stop it from merging? Yes. Okay, cool. Offer. If it's not one thing, it's another in this game. So what's the issue now? Fuel? No? Maybe? I don't know. Okay, so we definitely have iron. The iron is no longer a problem. The spore pods, while they are low in quantity, they are still getting delivered. So that's not the problem either. So what the hell is the problem? Where's the holdup? Is it just delivery of coal? It might be. Okay. Well, that is a very ugly way of doing it, but that should at least hopefully put some more onto the belts. Huh? Oh. Well, very ugly way of doing it. Very lazy way of doing it, but that should hopefully help. Seems like it is. Well, let's find out, really. Yeah, it does help, actually. So really, I guess the problem now is just they need more inserters, fast ones or otherwise. Yeah, at least the genetics labs are keeping busy now. I like how long ago it told me that the iron mine was running out, and yeah, it kind of is now. It's not really at the point in time it was kind of telling me that it was a issue. Alright, so coal is good, our spore delivery is good, our iron delivery I think is still good. So what do we need now? I mean, hell, if anything, the spore delivery could be a little bit better, honestly. How about this? How about this? We could do this. We could do... There we go. Just split that off. Any excess can go down. Yeah, there we go. Why is there coal in that chest? Weird. You know what? Screw it. Get rid of that. We'll just do this. That'll just be an excess chest I can now take from. Alright, cool. Put this to, screw it, 40 units. It'll be good. It'll keep that moving. Alright. So that's a little bit better now. Okay, you know what? I don't think this game... No, we can't get satellite view, or however you want to call that. Just like actual what's going on when you zoom in, like Factorio doesn't do that here. You know what's weird though? These have smokestacks on them. Yeah, again, the whole biomechanical thing. A little weird. Why does the lamp require lumber? It's not a torch. Can I... No, there isn't even... there isn't an upgrade planer either. God. So, can this place multiple onto a single one with a fast inserter? I don't think so. No. No, it cannot. So fast inserters right now feel a little moot then, really. So what are we looking at again? Energy? Yeah, energy again, of course. Why is that showing red? Well, yellow. Doesn't have... Why does it not have coal in it again? Sorry, could you stop? There. Please cease and desist. Thank you. Small worker bay. What the fuck do you mean? Oh, okay, cool. They're over here now. Oh, for pity's sake, man, come on. Also, yes, you can actually pick them up while they are still there. Huh. Don't know if that's technically exploited or not. Because they'll just die there if you leave them there. Okay, cool. Now for the cheaper one. Honestly, kind of annoying how the research goes from... What the fuck? Let me split it. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, it's honestly kind of annoying how the research is so expensive there. $250, and then you get the cheaper one of 80 immediately after. Alright, well, here's these things. I really feel like these things' default damage could be increased a little bit. Especially with the production of the ammo. Again, I think it is actually 1-to-1. You know, again, compared to Factorio, where a magazine is going to more than likely kill a single enemy. At least in the early game. Still no repair packs either. I don't even know how to... I don't know where the repair packs would even be here. Because those are just acid pod damages. Acid pod attack rate 10%. Great. Yeah, I needed to attack faster, not just do more damage. Okay, well, you get those, but it's gonna be 900 purple DNA to do that for 10% damage, so basically worthless. 20% overall wouldn't be too bad. But to do that, that's 1800 total purple and then 900 red. That's very expensive. That is extremely expensive. For very minimal gains. The transit system. I still don't know what this is. I don't know if this is supposed to be the equivalent of a railroad, or if this is supposed to be the equivalent of like a logistics robot delivering materials. I don't know. Transit pad. Landing pad for jumpers can be connected with other pads when assigned properly. Transit stop. Into stations when built. I don't know. It might be the logistics system. You know, requests for chests and whatnot, effectively. Transit system is almost already halfway finished. Alright, time to do a little bit of a thing. No? We're not researching. Why? Because we don't have iron being delivered, do we? No, we have iron being delivered. What the fuck? What is this? What? Why? Why is coal on every single belt? Why? What happened? Oh, gee, I don't know. Maybe I want the fucking... Why? Man? Why is it that you need to put coal in a furnace that is using coal as a fuel source to turn it into coal? Maybe I just want the iron belt to be delivering iron to the furnace to make iron bars. Why the fuck? Why is that a thing? I wanted the inserters to be fueling the forges. But if you put an inserter to a forge, it in fact refines the coal. What the actual fuck? Yeah. Okay, cool. 10 out of 10 gameplay right there. Why? No, get the fuck out of the thing. Can I... Deposit slots, input, output, fuel. Fuel. Is the refined coal better? No! It is functionally the same, I think. The only difference is that coal is used for, like... Where is it? Where is the, like, one recipe? Right there. Boil chamber. Right there. 4 of it. So, to prevent this from happening, you need to go to each and every single inserter and tell it to put it to the fuel. Why? Why can you refine coal into coal? Like, this should also be called, like, Coke or something. Like, you can refine coal into something else, usually Coke. Just, why is this a recipe? Why do we need this extra step? There does not seem to be any benefits to it at all. You know, you need to use it for a recipe to make boilers, but why? For what need? Cool, now I have to go through each and every single one of these belts now and unfuck the situation. Excellent. That is, like, top grade. Oh my god, dude. Like, it's one of those things where it feels like... It's one of those things where on Factorio, like, you would have your buddy, if you're playing it co-op, where he would intentionally screw up, like, one belt somewhere to screw with you. And you wouldn't notice it for a while. And then you would have to fix it, right? That's what this feels like right now. Like rage bait type of shit. And again, this wouldn't be even as annoying as it is if I could just press F, right? Can't pick up off these things. Holding F. Can't do it. Again, functionality that Factorio has does not have it here. Why? If I could just press F and pick up off, you know, pick stuff off the movers, it would be better. It wouldn't be as annoying. But I can't. Oh my god, do you know what's happening? It's still... Dude, god damn it. Oh, that is infuriating. What is it doing? Pick it up, please. Thank you. Cool, we only had to pick up 139 of them. That is how screwed up the situation was. No. No, 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 no. It doesn't look like any of it snuck through this time. Alright. Yeah, so again, the whole, like, upgrades on the turrets being basically useless, right? Like, again, 20%. So these things are doing 10 acid, 10%, 1 damage, 20%, 2 damage. Enemies have 90 health, okay? 90 health divided by 12 is 7.5. The 2 upgrades would make it so that they would have to shoot 9 times into 8. That's not very good. I can understand why you wouldn't want to necessarily make them overpowered, but you know what? I think Factorio, some of the first upgrades you get for it, I think it's actually like doubling the damage, or even like just a 50% increase. And even then, like, that's still a lot of the time not even good enough in Factorio. You need to keep getting those extra upgrades. This is 1800 science packs for a 10% faster fire rate, and two points of damage. To make these things needing to shoot an enemy 9 times for their weakest unit to 8 times. That's a little harsh. Oh good, we're low on... God. Alright. Where's the coal? It's over here. Oh, right. Right! Because we can't use the coal belt now, so they're just gonna get stuck over there. Excellent. You might be noticing another problem here. So yeah, that's extraordinarily annoying. I don't care enough to try to like fix this with the inputs anymore. I'll just hand feed these. Fuck it. It's been 3 hours. been 3 hours and I've basically got nothing done. Are they still under the ground there? Yeah, they are! Okay. Well, the coal belt is definitely moving this time. Well, okay, moving, I guess, is the wrong word, but look, there's stuff on the belt and coal is at the inserters for them to be used. Yeah. There, alright. Our energy production should be good now. We have iron ore moving. Alright, we have fuel in the furnaces. Yep. Alright. So now what? I think we should be good now, hopefully, fingers crossed. I don't think we have any more screw-ups here. Nah, it doesn't look like it for now. Alright, I'm gonna do the thing. All of this just to get the transit pad. Where's my iron ore? What do you mean? Oh, it needs 70. Great. Pads are used by jumpers to transport items over long distances. By default, pads inputs are all okay. Yep. So it's kind of a weird... You know what it is? It's like a combination of the space, God, what is it called? A cargo landing pad with a railroad. It's weird. Here, I'll put this here, and we can just feed it into it. Huh? I don't know if that's actually how that's working. Does it need to go into this? Also, this is an input, so that should probably be the other way around, actually. For Christ's sake. Now where? Where are they? So, these swarmlings don't really seem to be particularly effective at actually attacking enemies. There was dozens around them, but it doesn't seem like more than a handful of them can attack a target at a given time. So it kind of, you know, makes like actually swarming an enemy a little pointless. Especially if the enemy starts getting AoE attacks, you know, flamers, rockets, something. Well, all you're gonna do is hemorrhage units and resources. Yep, we don't have energy. Can we get a firefly up here? Nope. You definitely wouldn't want any power poles. We don't even have an upgrade to these things, even on the tree at all. So, yeah, it's great. All right, so that is station 2. Means it stop. We're gonna need 70 for the next pad. I just want to see how this works. I don't know how much more there is to this game's tutorial. I would like for it to be over by now, though. Really. Oh. Oh no. They only travel in straight lines? Fuck's sake, dude. I just handled an... What just happened to all of the ammunition? There we go. So, the acid projectiles are not a 1-to-1 ratio. They do actually get more than one shot out of it. I don't know what the ratio is. So they're basically underground conveyors. Just kind of really large ones? Yeah, kinda. I don't know what the range is for them. Like, it looks like they have decent range, but the fact that they're only in a straight line is just... Why? Like, they're... I guess maybe more of like a roboport then? Because you still need to connect the roboports. I don't know, man. Like, god damn it, man. This game's decisions in some areas is very... aggravating, perplexing. Column A, column B. Like, it's really basically just a lot of Factorio in many senses, and then it feels like at other points it's trying to separate itself from Factorio, but in a kind of confusing break. If you understand what I'm trying to say, like, I don't know, man. And again, just like a lot of the costs of making a lot of this stuff just feels very high without the quality of life that Factorio offers, where, you know, it kind of makes it a little easy. It is actually a railroad, effectively. So how would these work in tandem if you have more than one of these things on the same network? Do you have to make, like, another pad to the side where they can land and like, have some space? How would this work? It's another jumper station about that is stuck near the rich iron deposit to the north. What do you mean, the rich iron deposit to the north? Where? What do you mean? Chat, where is this rich iron deposit, okay? This right here is our original iron deposit. Right there, okay? Do you see anywhere with a blue square? By the way, we still have like 18,000 left, and the amount of time it's taken me to make these things is actually only lost about, it's only lost about 1,500, which really isn't that much. No fuel. What do you mean fuel? What do you mean? What do you mean fuel? Why do I need a fuel? It's actually like just a giant bug. Why does it need fuel? Why are we using coal for fuel, not like biomass or some food source? It's actually a living creature. Why are we using coal? Wait, what? No. No. That's the range? That's nothing! It is a roboport. Oh, well, there it is. There is the iron. And these things are way too expensive to really, like, produce in large quantities. Here. Alright, here's this. You can open the transit view by pressing N. Yeah. We'll need to give the jumper... yeah. S. Like, even the scrolling speed is kind of not great. Alright, so this is going to be very expensive on iron. In fact, I can't even produce a second one. Where's all my iron delivery guys? They just don't exist now. That's nice. By Jove, we will actually do this before I end this. And can we, like... why? Chat? It's not letting me place another one. Why? Why does the game not have any sort of tooltip on why it's not letting you place it? What? What the fuck? Good, I'm getting attacked by assholes again. I'm a little preoccupied here. Could we not? Wouldn't want me to be able to destroy them, right? No, 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 no. Can't destroy the enemies yet. So, we'll just have to constantly deal with attacks by them. That build's fun. Yeah, so one of the things I was really hoping that the game would let me do is kind of go more in like the RTS direction, you know, or like, hey, here's a bunch of spawners and you have a swarm that you don't need to throw these little things out to do. I would have preferred, you know, sending little units to go die at the front lines as opposed to just turret strategy. So what do I do about this? It will not let me place one. Like, beyond a certain... Okay. Okay. Okay, chat. There we go. No. Okay. I thought it was gonna force me into main menu. I'm very whelmed. I was expecting it to be a little faster. I was expecting to have, you know, like, beetle, you know, wing buzzing. Yep. Okay. Well, I guess that'll be it for Swarmdustry. Yeah. So, quite frankly, this game needs a lot of work. Factorio had the benefit of being able to be developed since, what was it, like 2012 or something. It's been in development for a very, very long amount of time. This is missing a lot of the quality of life that Factorio has. It's got a long way to go. Is it terrible? No. Do I like the idea? Yes. But holy hell in a handbasket, does it have a lot of necessary things to you know, add and change. And again, it's just like, it is amazing how infuriating it is just changing some simple things like the power poles and the transport belts. The movers constantly, like, you need to micro the movers a lot. Otherwise, they just kind of go off onto the wrong belt and accomplish nothing. The fireflies and the power poles is just kind of infuriating because you're sitting there next to a power pole waiting for a firefly to deliver the energy, where if you had just instead had the power poles themselves doing the things that they are supposed to do, you know, you wouldn't have to do that. You're basically having late game logistic robot wait time in the early game. That's a problem. It turns into a very long waiting game. The upgrade to make them hold more is fine, but then they take longer to, you know, load up at the actual power generation spots. So it's... I don't know, man. And again, like, some of the things that are needing to be produced are also just kind of expensive. The fact that you can kind of sabotage yourself by having a coal inserter, you know, like, oh, you'll just put a coal inserter. No, well, okay, you're going to actually have to micromanage those even to make sure they don't just refine the coal into a secondary coal type. You know, the turret upgrades are, again, 2 damage, very expensive, and all it does in the end is save you a singular shot against their weakest unit. It's got a lot it needs to do. And, you know, again, it's like one of the things I was hoping to do, especially early game, is just, rather than having a turret that shoots off an acid blob, you know, have a bunch of swarmlings, like, swarm the enemy. It's called Swarmdustry. Nope! Nope. No. No, no. No, it's just turrets again. So yeah. It needs some work. It's got a ways to go. You got some differently colored overs here. I would assume these are just faster because it looks like they are basically all carrying about the same. These ones look like they might have 8 slots instead of 6, but still. Yeah, just, it is quite simply right now a Factorio clone that doesn't really have enough to, you know, like, separate it itself from Factorio. And again, just the quality of life. It's kind of, well, I mean, 3 hours and almost 30 minutes now. It's 3 hours and 25 now. And what did I accomplish? I didn't even manage to destroy their little base there at the southwest. The swarmlings are basically incapable of doing that. You don't have any real weapons yourself. You can melee them, but that's it. You don't have any upgrades, really. You have modules, but you don't get armor. You know, like, what's making us a swarm? Like, we're the command unit of them. Why can't we get, like, a frickin' Tyrannid type of thing where, like, we have an acid cannon or, you know, a frickin'... a cannon that shoots off a little beetle that then can burrow into an enemy and do damage over time or something. Like, there's so many things that they could do here, and right now, it's not there. So, yeah, that'll be it. I don't know if this game will ever really get, you know, to a point where I'll look at it again. I don't know. It does have some good things. You know, some of the designs of, like, your units is fine. The enemy design is fine. Some of the music is actually fine too, you know, from what little I was paying attention to it. You know, it's not all terrible. There are some things I do like about it. Again, like, even the tech tree. I actually kind of prefer the tech tree there, where it kind of gives you, like, a visual graph of what you can and cannot go into and, you know, where you might need to go. But it also is missing things that Factorio has, like a search bar. I need to be able to quickly insert a thing, you know, like the building or what have you, and it pulls it up, rather than having to hunt for it. But yeah, that'll be it. So have a good one, and until next time, see ya.